Wow. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. Appreciate each and every one of you for being here. 69,400 for bitty Bitcoin. A little bit of fear in the market. That's good. We need a little fear. It was going too easy peasy. Lemon squeezy. They never give it to you that easy, do they? Shout out to everybody here on the live. I've already been drinking some lemon water, but if you want to put some lemon into the water, I highly suggest you do. It's a pretty good idea. Decalcify that pineal gland. Get yourself on another level. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. Appreciate your live attention. Let's jump on into the live stream. It's a stream. It's streaming. It's always moving. 69,400, right? And you can see they've got us kind of intermingled here with the liquidity. They got liquidity down to 64,000, all the way back up to an all-time high. Can we continue to the upside? The closest and the reddest liquidity is 70,400. Do we go back to the upside? Let's take a deep dive on Bitcoin. Let's kind of look at it as openly, objectively as we can and see what's happening. Remember, if you were watching my live stream, I was long here inside of this flag. I had a really big long that actually has a stop loss down here, and like it's going for the bigger idea. Like the stop loss is here, and we're going for 90K. And then I had a small long out this flag. I cut the big long off because that was the one. If we went down even more than this, I would have been down like $300, $400, $500. Didn't feel the need, and I sensed that the market wasn't doing well. How could I sense that? We were getting too close to the 7-minute 200 MA, right? We were like right there, and I said, man, if we lose this, and if you just trade my signals, which is when the 7-minute loses the 200, which I told everybody, I said, if you were watching my live, I said, you're going to watch this. I said, if we lose the 7-minute and the 15-minute 200, I said, we're gonna probably take a move to the downside. I said, watch the 7 and the 15. I said, they're going to be your go-tos for the day. They're going to teach you what to do. So like, I show you what time frames to use and when to use them. I show you what indicators to use and when to use them on what time frame, depending on the situation at hand. There was also a point of control here and a gap in the VRVP. It said that if you went down, you would go through the gap. You wouldn't smooth move up, you smooth move down. That's what a Bart Simpson is. I even suggested, could we make a Bart Simpson? Is that a shoulder, a head, and a right shoulder? And lo and behold, we did get the move further to the downside. I didn't take the short. I didn't make short money beautifully easily. What I did is I cut off my long really right there, and I did not lose a bunch of money. So either you don't take a hit or you actually short. Whatever you do, technical analysis will keep you from getting bagged. You know what I mean? So now we're going to wonder what's happening. Is this a bear flag? Do we go further down? Does this trend line hold? And that's really going to be the question here for Bitcoin. All right. First thing I'm going to do, like I always do, is take a look at the weekly, fresh and clean, without any indicators on there, and see what we're looking at here on this beautiful Saturday morning. Shout out to everybody here, 9:44 a.m. Appreciate you all for being here. And again, I know nothing but the fact of my own ignorance, right? At the end of the day, I have no idea where Bitcoin will go. I get vibes and I get ideas and I get probabilities, but I have no clue. 96,000 is possible. Could we get there by July 15th, July 22nd? I don't know. The technical analysis is suggesting that this is in the realm of possibilities. Maybe even by the end of July, something is possible. So Bitcoin, 69,000. Again, we were about to have the biggest candle close, in the history of Bitcoin 2 times now. But we would shy away from the resistance at 71,280, which was the high of this candle right here. Just crazy that it was looking so nice. Anyway, we could still recover that. There's still time. There's 1 day and 11 hours till we close this weekly candle. And, only time will tell. So we don't know. We don't know for sure. And the idea of life, to be positive in life and to maintain a great life, is to stay in the present moment. And that goes for life and goes for trading. Trading taught me how to live. Living taught me how to trade. You see, we use the same rules that apply to having a good life, to having good trades, and, which is stay in the present moment. Like, don't look too far ahead, Anyway, as long as Bitcoin closes above 67,200 on the weekly, I'm a happy kid, and, we'll take that as this beautiful support zone. So that's all I want. We lose that level, then we are talking about 65 and possibly $64,000 right there. These are your weekly support zones. So you'd come down to 66, then you really be the biggest area is about $64,000. And it's interesting when you do look at BOOKMAP, someone must be on the weekly because that's where they put all the liquidity right there at 64K. And then at that like $67,000 area, right? So it's in the same vicinity as all the areas that I would place on, so BOOKMAP, they use their support and resistance just like we do. Take a look at the 3-day chart, and the 3-day charts now seems to be struggling a little bit. Like, to me, okay, it broke out the flag. Now we just got to see what happens. This really has to recover and really boom to the upside. We have 2 days and 11 hours. This candle just closed, all right, last night, and it's pretty bearish close on the 3-day chart. We opened at 7,537, right? The high was 71,997. We closed at 68.4. The low was 68.420 even. 68.420, and the candle would close at 69.355. Wow. So we went to a low of 68,400 yesterday. That would have been a beautiful, just any entry for Bitcoin. I buy those red days. Anyway, shout out to Cesar Cordero, Puerto Vida, and all the awesome people. Anyone out there from Costa Rica, we love you. We love everybody, but man, I've been to Costa Rica. I love my ticos and my ticas. Really good place to be. Unbelievable vibe. One of the coolest cultures, I think, and countries you could ever go to. Check out Costa Rica if you ever get a chance. I think everyone should go out there and see what's happening. Go to Jaco, go to Tamarindo, San Jose, check out Montezuma, get to know the culture, spend a month there. Go to Costa Rica, baby. So we're looking for a bounce here for Bitcoin. That's what everybody wants. And we knew we were going to get tight inside the zone. We knew it was going to get crazy. And so we're looking for the daily to possibly somehow bend soon. Right now, stochastics say no. We're going to continue to dump and look for a massive dump. But so far, we did get a wick up, and now we're in an indecision doji. So today, we take it one step at a time. I don't need anything. I just want sideways Bitcoin today. Really not I wouldn't mind a price action really did nothing. Again, we are right at, resistance, 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 resistance. We're right there again with a high volume node. 69.5, we're going to call it, is going to be an area that we must break back above. Psychological resistance, whatever you want to say, but 69,500 for Bitcoin is going to be where I'm going to put my foot in the sand. We break that, we get tight. So you can see it's a clear area of contention for Bitcoin. Can we get back above 69,500 on the daily? Stochastics would have to give us a twist sooner than later. Usually the 4-hour is the powerful enough time frame to mess with the daily if it can twist early. Let's take a look at what's happening on the 4-hour. So we got the bounce. You could put it in the symmetrical. I like to say that it's really on the 4-hour, technically on almost like a flatter top. And then what looks like an ascending triangle. But it's what, either one, or they're both 50-50 patterns, so it matters not. At the end of the day, we're inside this tight zone. Flatter top, and this could be right here even considered an ascending triangle. Sorry. Just this level here, just from here, this circled area, right? But this is what I see happening for Bitcoin. All right? This is what I see happening for Bitcoin. It's getting tighter and tighter, and it's only a matter of time. Look at that, just getting, and it's either going to break down and test these, your high volume node here, or come to the bottom of the channel, or it's going to make a beautiful move to the upside and hit that all-time high. We are at the precipice here for Bitcoin. Either one, we come back down, we double bottom, we go to 56,000. To me, I just feel like it's only a matter of time. It will eventually go. I wouldn't even mind it. I know this sounds horrible. Stomaching it wouldn't be fun. But I know I wouldn't even mind a dump, because if we got a dump, it only means you're going to go higher in the long run. You know what I mean? If we get a pump, so be it. Either way, whatever happens, I'm cool with. Honestly, this would just be able to give us altcoins at a better price. But we'll see. Right now, we do have a high, and we do have to break it. I will tell you that. If we can't break above this high, expect more downside. As much as everyone says we're going up, we have to break this high, right? So I'm going to take these away for now because it's a little much. But the idea is, if we lose this trend line, we're going to come test 67,000, right? 400. And if we lose that, we're going to come down, and 67K really. And then if we lose that, it's really, there's a little stopover at 64,000. But this says, wow, there's a high volume node peak there at about 63.4, 63.3. So it's not out of the cards that you could see a $63,000, $64,000 Bitcoin. You know, it's not out of the realm, right? It's now one of the actual possibilities. See, like the patterns tell us the probabilities, and we just take them, right? So if you hit the measured move either way, and it's all about just building the picture so you understand what's going on. So this is where we stand. This is what we see. We break out to 89, we break down to 56, and we could even go in the middle, stay choppy. The pattern can somewhat change. There's no guarantees, but this is what we see. Let's take a look at the moving averages. Whenever they're this tight, I'm telling you, we usually get a big move to the upside. It would be very rare for us to get a dump, but anything could happen. I'm open-minded. The 4-hour getting oversold too as well, expecting a bit of a bounce. So now we zoom in. We see the big picture. We get it. We don't have to see it anymore. Now we have to begin to be surgical on the smaller time frames. And so we raise this up a little bit, and you can see just locally resistance. Bitcoin has to flip 69,006, 69,700. That's a resistance right there that we got to flip. Otherwise, to me, it is somewhat of a bear flag that looks like we're making. Right? And then the length of the pole may suggest that you could dump. Like, we need this bounce. We need the reverse Bart Simpson, you know. Now we look at the 1-hour time frame and take a look at what's happening. And similar story here. Well, I'm not in love with what I'm seeing on, the market structure here. And we're playing games with what? The 200 MA, right? Of course. Always having, if you play with my system, like you'll see that the 200 MA is always going to be, look, so up resistance, we got above it. We play with it. Just toying with this area, right? And what you want to see is, you don't want to see the 50 cross. You don't want to see all those things cross. You want to see them maybe, this come up. And you want to see it bring it tight again and bring these moving averages in. Right now, the 1 hour suggests that you are possibly going to dump to the downside out this nasty little bear flag. First stop would take you to about 67,200, that area that we talked about, and you would lose this little notch on the node, and which would break you further down, right? 50-minute aggressively curving up with a bit of the money printer look, right? Tight moving averages. Can you break back above the 200 SMA? So right now, it's up to the smaller time frames to dig us out this hole. And, you want to see if maybe this estranged, awkward, beat up falling wedge here can break out, get back inside the gap, break through the VRVP, gap up in here, get above this 200 SMA, and just bring us right back to where we were. And I wouldn't be surprised. There's a lot of stop losses up here, and so there's a lot of liquidity, and and that's kind of what they've been doing, is just rug pulling people on either end of the so look for the 1 hour to break above the 200 right now. That will be the catalyst. So right now we're attempting to do that. That would be an awesome signal right there. 1 hour breaks above this, boom, we could break further back up. First stop would be 69,650, and then you'd go from there, and then you'd have a little bit of 69.5, right? So I'd watch the 1 minute, the 7, the 15. Those would be the 3 time frames I would be paying attention to, because that we're going to dig out of them or we're not. And so far, we have gotten the bounce back to the upside. We're now at, the money printer played out right there. If you think about it, there was the divergence right here, bullish div. We played out back to the 200 SMA. Now, we're breaching the 200. If we can crack the 200 MA, that's the beginning of a move back to the upside today. Always low volume on a Saturday. You never know, but I've seen things happen. We are in a bull run, right? So, all right, so that's what I'm looking at here for Bitcoin, all right? We're back above the 200, and we want to see a move further to the upside. Sideways Bitcoin isn't the worst thing for the altcoins, but it's not an amazing day for alts. People a little bit on edge watching BTC, all right? If you know the craze right now, RNT, right, which I can't, even say and shouldn't say, and I don't even know if I should post online anymore. I just realized just because of what it says, but you can find that about yourself. And the price right now for RNT is 0403, but I didn't buy any. I don't know if I'm going to buy, I don't know, Right now, you would have, you know, I just don't buy into hype stuff like that, right? I do like my coin Brett, baby. And Brett just continues to take names and do damage. It's finally amazing to be in a coin that just banging on him. Like, unbelievable. Look at that. I mean, just straight line for Brett. Unbelievable. Once it hit Aerodrome, it was gone, too. And that's why you think Aero would be getting a bit of a bounce here with all this Brett love. And there you go. Once you break the 200 on the 1 minute, that's a known signal of mine to buy. I just buy immediately, stop loss below, and you're gone, right? I'm already in a trade. I kept that trade, so we'll see where it goes. But, I mean, look at that. And what I do is I just, on a regular day, I just wait for the Stokes to get up, curve a little bit, and then I get out of the trade. That's like hair in the air in my mouth. And then, you know, or if I got to this high volume node, I would take profits. You know, you get through the gap. And then I rinse and repeat. You can do it 4, 5, 6 times a day, right? There was another one right there. Once you got above, you open the trade, stop loss here. Boom. Once the Stokes get extended and you get some bearish div in the RSI, you're out. You know, moving averages get far apart. You know, I don't get greedy with this signal, and it pays me. Whenever I used to get greedy with the signal or not have a signal at all. Now my system is just, you know. Now again, I can use it on bigger time frames too, smaller. It all depends on how I want to use it, right? And the faster I get paid, the quicker I get out. Like if I'm in a trade for 2 minutes and I'm already up 200, I usually close it pretty fast. You know, I discovered an indicator. It's called George indicator. Every time George says 80K is coming, you can bet Bitcoin is going to drop. Interesting. LWOLF will follow his friend Brett. Your TA exactly works. Shout out to Dermish. Someone said that last time, and then I looked at it, and it didn't look like it had. And I was like, wait, is this person like trolling me? But yeah, I guess you're right. LWOLF did come down. It retested the top trend line, and then it broke on out back to the upside. So far, LWOLF is up nicely, about 50-60% from initial entry, right? Still holding gains of 52%. Went to a high on a wick of about 78, which is beautiful. But shout out to anyone that jumped into LWOLF. It looked nice with the tight moving averages, bounced off the 200 SMA with low stochastic. And I could see LWOLF continuing the job to the target there at about 11, you know, 000s 114861. Y'all call him Wolf. Look at Andy and Andy on Brett. Belong with Pepe. Andy is the truth. Shout out to Phil S, man. Don't get upset, man. We love you too. You're funny. Pass it like Brett. This guy, I don't know what you guys are saying, man, over here. I'm a good God-fearing man. Buy and sell crypto, gold and silver with your IRA. I Trust Capital. All right? Bang, bang, bang. It's just a place to set up yourself for a long-term investment. All right? Now, I don't put every single one, all my investments in an IRA, but I put something in there. You never know. Just for long-term, you know. And they have a lot of coins that I didn't realize they would have. And so I just like I Trust Capital for that reason. And honestly, you can also buy gold and silver and Bitcoin inside the same inside account. You can't do that anywhere else. Check out I Trust Capital. Look at the QR code. They do sponsor the channel. We appreciate them. Hit the QR code or the link below and find out more at I Trust Capital. All right. LWOLF looking pretty interesting. We could actually make this high. We could bring this up like so. And it's kind of doing, yeah, in a way, like, you know, not exactly what Bitcoin's doing, but, you know, feels somewhat similar. And LWOLF could do even more damage here and go higher. It extended this target now. And look, how would you quickly do this? Hit control, you'll grab a line. We didn't need this, so we can pull that out. Hit delete. You want this, pull the line. You need to back these out again so they're clean. But yeah, LWOLF, I mean, I see no reason for it to stop. Tight moving averages getting low again, higher lows. This thing could do damage. So this could be the trade of the day. Up 80%, you know, it could go up 80% here. LWOLF. And it's got a following. You people are savage with it. Everyone that talks about it seems like they want to hold it to the end. Diamond hand till the death of me. But that's the kind of feeling I get from you LWOLF people. So, hey, Let's see what happens to LWOLF. It is on the radar. It's a high-risk meme. But it has, I said it was garbage for days. You guys told me it wasn't. Then it pumped in my face, and, now I've been tamed by the wolf. So I'm a kind of guy that once I realize something's hot, it's hot. Like, I'm not going to deny its hotness, right? And LWOLF has just been, flagging each time. Making that parabola on its way further up. Looks like it's going to make one more big pop at least here, but you never know. I don't know anyone who does, except for you people talking about it, but you guys are making me want to jump on it. Down to Rob, in the long run, the 99 wins. Patience is king. Remember to rest in that knowledge. Shout out to Rave Song Records in the house. Bang, bang, bang. God bless you, Rave Song Records. And if you want to jump on into the trading group and find out what we trade, when we trade, and how we're trading, hit that link right there in the pinned comment. It's right there for you and easy to access. And it will take you to cryptolifer.com where you can join today. Also, if you scroll down, you'll be asked to join our weekly newsletter. Hit the consent and subscribe. I can't wait to see you there. All right. Also, if you're in Florida, I live in Florida now. I love you. Florida's amazing. It's a great place to live. It's nice every single day. Right now in Florida, today, it is 86 degrees right now. And today, it'll be a beautiful 88 degrees. It's going to be sunny and absolutely not lovely. So biddy pumps, biddy dumps, but the life alive is always certain. Hit that like for the hardest working man, always giving us the best TA in the game. Shout out to you, man. God bless you. Thank you. I'm telling you, boss, Arc is the next. Its owner knows he doesn't hide. He's not going to rug. It just check on the chart. Much respect. Arch, ARCH, Arc. LWOLF looks out to me. We went over ICE yesterday. It seems to be making the rounds. Not coin down 8%. Minu up 13. Let's see if there's any coin kind of creeping on us right now that we didn't pay attention to. Pendle back down to 553. Wow, but it's up a little bit, but down 10% on the week. Floki holding some gains, but down on the day. So everything took a beat down with Bitcoin. Whole market just got scared and rugged, really. Crazy. Already holding 59 ain't bad after 27% gains in 7 days. And Ondo back to 131. I'm telling you, it took me 30 days to really pull in some massive gains. I had a DCA into all the coins and waited 30 days, and then bang. A week went by, they all pumped, and we made gains. But and I kept telling my students and everyone too, this isn't when we just swing trade everything and make gains all over the place. But there's gains to be had. This is when we pay attention and do it a different way. There's always a way to do it, but you got to pay attention. So nothing up too crazy today. Nothing today's a day I would definitely be observing the market. I wouldn't be just aping on in. I'll be DCAing the projects that I appreciate and like, and just, taking some nibbles here and there and tending to my garden, but nothing else too crazy. And again, I'm not a financial advisor. Nothing I'm saying you should be taking as financial advice. I'm a YouTuber, just as real world. I'm basically showing you, I want this to be a real world, like a real life channel. Like, this is kind of my life. You see what happens every single day in my life in real time, and you get a piece of it. 2 hours of my day every single day, and I'm a trader, so I'm always looking at the charts, and that's kind of my life. So my friend I introduced your stream is watching with her son who is sick. Shout out to Becca and Quentin. We love you, Sam. Shout out to Becca and Quentin. Don't worry. You're going to be better, Quentin, in no time. I'm telling you right now, you're going to laugh yourself silly when you see this. Watch. No, but you're going to laugh yourself silly, and you get, one day you'll drive one of these puppies, Quentin, and you'll be like, boom, 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 and you'll take over. You'll come up the hill, and you'll come down the hill, and it'll be awesome. Anyway, shout out to Beckett and Quentin. We love you. We appreciate you. Hope you're having a wonderful time. And the Archetype team is all over us. They want to pump their bags all over our stream. They don't give a dang. But you know what? I respect you guys for your hustle. And I'm flattered that you think my stream is the place to come and chill your bags. But hey, it is what it is, right? I'm a guy, and I'm called the Crypto Lifer. They're gonna come, and they're if crypto's their life and they're shilling coins, they're gonna come shill at the Crypto Life, right? They're gonna shill at me. I'm the lifer. They're gonna come at us. We made it our life. Hey. So not looking amazing. This is kind of like a rounded top here, right? So remember, what are we doing? We're looking for the 1 hour to kind of hold above that 200 and not lose it. It came down, and now it's a bit of a retest here for Bitcoin. That's interesting, right? I'll readjust that. That was a horrible line, but yeah, you're looking for, that's just a scalp, in and out. See, the first one, once that got high and curve, you have to be out. As small as it was, that was still a little quick gainer. Hard to do, though. You got to be fast. But that 1 minute candle gave you 2-3 minutes of love. There was basically 4 minutes of pumpage. I like what I'm seeing here. Bitcoin bouncing off the 200. Could get to 69.5. Again, we still have resistance now at 69.430. You can see that. Just giving you kind of what to watch for like if you want to see what's going to happen. So I'm more bearish than bullish right now because Bitcoin have highs that it can't get above. Like, so there's resistance here and resistance there. So if Bitcoin can't get back above 69.5, expect more downside, But then can you get back above the 200 MA is the question. All right. Once you get back above the 200 MA, this high volume node, these little nodes here, and even this high volume node starts coming into question. If you can't get back above this, you get smothered by it, you're going to get pushed further to the downside. It does look like we may get some more downside. As sad as, and I have to be honest, this is a bearish pattern to me and doesn't look amazing. Kind of got a rounded top there. It just, yeah. So only time will tell. Of course, I'm an open-minded guy, and that's why we're going to play it by ear and watch it. And I guess the bigger trade would be the bearish retest of the bottom of this big old triangle. Like if you bearish retest, or if you lose the 200 SMA on like the 1 hour or what you kind of are, or the 4 hour. Even if you lose the 1 hour, you got a close move somewhere down to here. Still tight quarters to me. But you could also open a short right now with a stop loss on the other side of 72, right? And that could be an insurance short. So you could open up a short right now with a stop loss up here. And if we do take the dump, you're already covered, right? I'm not going to do that. Just not my style, but I believe it's a nice way to cover. And if we do take a massive dump down, then hey, there you go, right? Can you take a look at Ondo, please? Let me know what you think. Everything's really going to be following Bitcoin, so, right? Yeah. Okay. Ben in Florida, as you know, Sammy. Tony Rosas, welcome, sir. Welcome, my friend. Welcome. Thank you. Thank you. And I believe the stream's going to be a little early today as not to compete with the finals. All right, I believe there's a finals game tonight. If I'm right. Oh, no, it's 6-9. It's tomorrow night. All right, they take extra time, huh? Okay. So tomorrow night, dang, they're going to play Sunday night. Interesting. Why not Saturday night? So much better. Wow, so they take three nights a game. So they played on 6-6. They play Celtics Mavericks 6-9, 8 p.m. Bam, right on the weekly candle close. They got me. I'm stuck right now. Why do they got to do that to me? 67,200 would be the target of this bear flag if we break to the downside. So just be careful. It's not all peaches and roses. If we can't get back above, I'll put a 69.7, expect more downside. So right now it doesn't look amazing. And if the 1 minute can't pull off like a nice stern hard move above this 200 and hold above it, look, that's kind of shoulder, head, and right shouldery. But if you can't get this 1 minute to break and hold above this 200, that's going to spell a move to the downside, right? This thing's got to break out soon. So I see sideways or downward price action unless we can get a move back above 69.7. 69.7 would tell me, okay, you've woken up, you've tried to get through the gap, and now you're on some type of move, and you're going for the 15 minute. Now you got to get back above the 15 minute and the 7/200s, right? And the 7's getting very close to price action. Either you're going to get smothered by it, like where it gets really close and then you're going to dump hard. All right, kind of like here, you got close, and so now you are in that downtrend. Whenever it gets close, when you're in an uptrend, when they get close, you pump. When you're in a downtrend, whenever they get close. So I wouldn't be surprised if we take another leg to the downside. And we take a look at BOOKMAP one more time. Link in the description of BOOKMAP, and it does have all that liquidity below us, suggesting the similar thing that I'm looking at here. But again, anything is possible. That's why I'm going to give it some time. Can the 1 minute hold above the 200? That would change my tune. And can the 7 minute then start its move? If those two things can happen, then, the story can change. And I know how the story can change, and how, by watching these certain time frames. If we ended up back below this and we just meander around, it shows signs that the bears are in control and the bulls got nothing going on. So that's my Bitcoin update, everybody. I got to jump and run. God bless each and every one of you for being here. I'll be back tonight at 8 p.m. for Bitcoin, and we'll break it down Saturday night at 8 p.m. like we do for the daily candle close for Bitcoin. Okay? And, yeah. Heard some alpha about new. Now, we went over it. I don't know, man. I think I'll be honest, man. At this point, I got to tell you, man, I think the dude's cool, but he's a bit of a cheerleader, my man. You know who I'm talking about. I love him, but he's a bit of a cheerleader, bro. And I keep assessing him. And don't say who it is, Justin, but I keep assessing him, and he's kind of like, I don't know, man. Something about that dude. He just says whatever and jumps on whatever, and he's kind of like like every day he posts the same. I don't know. Whatever, man. I love you. But I'm kind of on to the shenanigans at this point. Yeah. Anyway. Jasmine took a bad dump overnight. Oof. All right, everybody. I love you all. Thank you for being here. We're jumping on out of the stream. We appreciate you. We care about you. Let me just jump in and see if there's any super chats. Usually not on the weekend, quick early, but you never know. SHDW finally breaking the trend. Beautiful day with the beautiful lifer. Sending you good vibes in Florida from Cozy, Colorado. Thank you. Always sunny. Sometimes Colorado. All right. Grifting, Jennifer Moffitt, we love you. We appreciate you. It's grifting season. Yeah. Yeah. Anyway, everybody, I love you. I appreciate you. I'm jumping out for the day. I'll be in and out of the trading group. Appreciate you. And I kind of give you the code for Bitcoin. There's a chance we do get a move here. The 1 minute could break on out, and then the 7 minute can break that 200 MA. It's really what's coming down here. If the 7 minute can pop above the 200, we have a chance. If the 7 minute gets rejected, I would watch the 7 minute in this 200. That's going to really tell you what's about to happen. It's very close to happening too. And we get above it and we go up. There's boom. There's a chance with flying colors. We get a beautiful move here back to 70K today. We get rejected by it. And there's a chance we start our move further down at 69, 68,005, and we go from there. So, and then I'll do another update and we'll take it one step at a time. I love you, everybody. I appreciate you. Have a wonderful day. Stay blessed. Watch out for all these meme shillers. And be careful. I'll see you tonight at 8 p.m. You are the best. And remember, you're in control today. Don't let people get to you. Today's a beautiful day. Be in a good mood because you know what? You have to be. Stay positive. Stay beautiful. Stay amazing. You're lifers. I'll see you tonight. God bless.